Welcome back to Yelling at Pigeons. This is episode 31. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, February 26th. And I just did the intro differently again for the second week in a row.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guys know on a little something that Caleb doesn't even know. The reason that I've done that 2 weeks in a row is because I'm an idiot. And not because I'm changing anything.
I knew that. I knew that. Don't.
I was trying to lead it up like you're like, oh, this was some kind of plan. No, just dumb. Just forgetting what we do here and then the foundation that we built, throwing it away for nothing.
Hey, so, if we need to change things up to get more listeners, maybe it's as little as the intro.
Speaking of changing things up, I am debating like teasing hitting play on the intro and just seeing how long and then just sneaking it in somewhere like out of nowhere
in the middle of the show.
Yeah, like just keep being like, oh, here comes, and then it doesn't.
No,
it's like, oh, it's kind of like the Kendrick thing at halftime, like when he kept teasing playing Not Like Us, and then eventually he actually did, and it just caught everybody off guard. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
what, did you have something?
Well, I was just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are on the runway. No, me and Luke are pilots now.
Yeah, we both passed our BBL tests, so
PPL.
We're probably PPL. Why do I feel like that stands for like lacrosse pro player,
professional player lacrosse
pro? Yeah. What was the lacrosse league? What is its name?
The Premier
Premier Lacrosse League. Yeah, same thing. Pilot license, Premier Lacrosse. Yeah, but me and Caleb have been playing Flight Simulator 2024. That game rocks. Did you guys know? Because I feel like, Flight Simulator has been around for 43 years, which is crazy. So there's a good chance you've played it if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
And what you probably don't know is that the newest version, 2024, has a career mode, like a 2K My Player. It's awesome. Yeah. It's literally called My Career, and you like take all these, you do all these trainings, and you get your certification, and you can fly. Then you can start taking people on like flight tours, and then you do a couple of those, and you unlock the ability to take your test for commercial, which then you can make money, and then you can buy new planes and stuff. We're in our pilot era.
It's sweet. Like when we come in with wings on our suit jackets, and
that would have been awesome. Should have got wings,
aviators and stuff. You guys know.
Next week we'll just have the full pilot get up.
Yeah, like it has fed my delusion that I could land a plane, because I landed a plane multiple times, and like just if something happens when I'm on the flight, just give me an Xbox controller and link it up with the controls, and I'll land that bird.
Yeah.
Like I feel 100% confident in that.
Put me in a Titan submersible with an Xbox controller. I'll have that thing inside. It will penetrate the Titanic in no time.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like I can control something bigger than a car, bigger than a truck, like in the air. I feel very confident. Not that hard. The one thing I'm not confident in is I know there's like a lot of like different color lights that you have to press and stuff. Not for me. But
yeah, I do have it set to the default like minimal assistance, but even the minimal default one is still like they do that kind of stuff for you.
Yeah, like I do
because that's a lot.
I would press the wrong color button. Yeah, every time.
Like I never want to have to land a plane, but look, if you put me in an Icon A5 and put me over a lake or a big, large body of water, probably land in the plane.
I think that game is so cool because like you can fly over your hometown. Like, I texted you. I was like, "Oh, this Microsoft plane simulator. You can travel anywhere in the world you want." Me, I'm going to do a flyover of CSD's football field.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Getting in a fighter jet and doing a flyover at Viking Stadium.
I landed a helicopter in my parents' above ground pool.
Yeah. You can literally explore every inch of the earth.
Yeah.
Anywhere you could think of.
Cambridge
You can teleport there instantly, and then you can fly around, do whatever you want. No. Go to Cambridge, doing a flyover over CSD.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Awesome.
Getting in a... I tried to do it in a beluga and in a fighter jet, but it was too difficult. But eventually I used the Icon and just crashing into James's apartment.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Shout out James.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Why not? I think if anyone would appreciate that, though, it would be James.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure he did.
For sure.
But it's sweet, especially playing Xbox, having the headset on. You just feel like you're the pilot.
Because you already feel like a pilot having a headset on, especially when it has the little like Britney Spears mic, coming down, and you're like, I'm a pilot right now.
Yeah.
And then you play a pilot game, and it's like, it's very immersive.
Yeah, I got off last night before there's somebody wanted me to take them on a trip. It was like 30 minutes, and I was like, I need to go to bed, or else I would definitely do
So
this.
I tried that, and I discovered it's not 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because you can skip a lot of stupid stuff, like preparing your plane and stuff. You can just skip to take off, and then take off. You can, if you really want to, which I did on one of them, you take the people on like a tour of they want to see their hometown, and you like go out to, like I did the one in Cambridge. You leave from Bucktown and you fly over by like Algonquin, and you do like a little loop, and then you go back. And if you want to, you can skip. After I got done with the loop, it was like skip to landing, so it saved me like a couple minutes. So I didn't have to fly back to Bucktown. I was just at Bucktown getting ready to. I still had to perform the landing, but
of course, that's, you know what I mean? That's the landing's one of the most fun parts.
Takeoff, landing, and then tricks.
Yeah,
are the best part.
Yeah,
so
I can't wait to do a barrel roll with a Boeing 500 or whatever they're called.
Well, I did a flight that left from Algonquin. It was like a airport in someone's backyard down the road, which I don't think is real. I think they put it there.
No shot.
Like I think the yard. I think I was in someone's like. I think it was down here, near like Riverside Drive. Shout out Riverside. I should do an episode from there one day. But and there's a big estate over there, and I think that's what it was supposed to be, and they just made it a runway.
Okay.
But even though they don't have a runway there, and there was grass.
Listen, if there's anything I've learned about this game is anything's a runway if you think about it hard enough.
Yeah. And it was a grass runway, like it was shady.
Yeah.
And
it's like the one in Hebron that I took off from when I was trying to get to James's house, but I was in a fighter jet going way too fast.
Yeah. And I did attempt to take off from that and instantly crashed. Yeah. And with people in my plane, I was supposed to be taking them on a tour. So it just spawns you in the sky, and you get like, it hurt my reputation. And then the guy was complaining about the flight the whole time. And
turbulence.
Then when we landed, I had a really bumpy landing, but it was safe. He was alive, and he said he was never going to fly again. So that was fun.
And my reputation went down. Is the reason like somebody like you exists, being terrified of planes.
Yeah, ironically enough.
Luke doesn't fly much. So that's why he's still learning. Like.
Yeah, maybe I would if I was the pilot and I was behind the yoke of an Icon A5.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Even though I usually am adamant that like I would rather be in a commercial airline than a tiny little baby boy. Those little planes go down all the time.
Yeah. I love how we have as people with the video games we played have evolved. Like before we played that pirate game, and we got obsessed with that and played that for a while. What was that called?
Why can't I think of that?
The pirate game?
If you're setting me up for a D's Nuts joke, good luck, because I forgot what it was called.
No, I did too.
Oh, you know what? Thinking you were setting me up helped me remember what it is, because you were trying to do that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, we played Sea of Thieves for like the longest time. The sea was calling, but today I texted Luke. I was like, I yearn for the air. Like,
yeah, urine.
Yeah.
Urine for the air.
Yeah,
yeah, the sky is calling now.
the sky is calling.
The sky is calling. And who are you going to pick up?
Bird, I only fly away.
Man, put on some Nelly Furtado and jump in the Icon A5. What a day.
Luke loves the Icon A5.
I love the Icon A5. I also love it because it's one of the...
Freaking Jaden Smith.
It's the... yeah. Shout out Jaden Smith.
Caleb,
can we just talk about the political and social climate of the world? Like, I'm so tired of all these jokes. Shout out Jaden.
Dude.
But I keep name dropping the Icon A5 because the Icon A5 is not a plane known by everyone. So, like, I could say Boeing 737. Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah.
But if I say Icon A5, they're like, oh, wow.
Oh, this guy's
he knows aviation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nice little name drop.
What a game. What a game. It's not even a game. It's life.
I mean, it's a simulator.
Yeah.
But they've added a game element. I was playing the wrong one for like a day.
Yeah.
And it was still good. It came out in 2020. But they had like landing challenges on there.
Yeah.
And that's really fun.
Okay.
So I gotta find. I'm sure that's on this one.
There's challenges on. I saw challenges on the main menu.
Yeah, it was cool. They put like weird spots that I assume are real life, like places people can land. They're just like not commonly used.
I know there's that one airport that's like I don't even know where it's at, but it's like the most dangerous airport in the world, and that's because it's a short runway and it's like off a cliff. Like,
yeah, there was one I had to do that was like it was very like green mountainous area, and there's this one random spot with like an off-road runway that's like the half the length of a driveway in the backcountry. Like it was very small.
In Nepal, there's it's a 1,700-foot runway, is steep and ends in a drop off into a river valley. High winds. Yeah, near the Himalayas. So it's I can't wait. I'm gonna do that one. I might fly to that tonight.
B-ball Nepal.
B-ball Nepal.
We should we should figure out a streaming setup and do some landing challenge streams.
Yeah,
or maybe we'll do like a
cross country flight.
We should do a cross country flight, but if you for any if you fail the landing or if anything goes wrong, you have to start over.
Yeah, a flight around the world.
That would take a long time. Yeah, that would be a funny stream. A flight all the way around the world.
Yes. Yeah, it would take.
And there could be like little challenges mixed in where like you could spin like a wheel or something. And it's like you have to do a barrel roll or you have to
land and get gas. Or something
and get gas. And like every different thing is like a chance for something to go wrong, and if something goes wrong, you have to start over.
Yeah, layover, and it's like you have to do like a 2-hour layover where you can't fly, and so you can't finish the stream.
2-hour layover where you can't fly, you
have to play like GTA.
You can't do anything you couldn't do in an airport.
Yeah,
you can't play 2K unless you have a little mobile. 2K mobile.
What if I pulled up Tony Hawk Pro Skater where they have the airport map, and I just skate around on Xbox in the airport for 2 hours?
That would be pretty cool.
That's a imagine a pilot just pulls out a skateboard and kick flips off your head.
Yeah. That would be sick.
We are an airplane podcast. We're aviation heads.
Yeah, this might just turn into a show where we just talk about new planes that came out and oh, did you hear about that pilot that landed in the crazy crosswinds and you know the attitude of his angle was just perfect and This
I'm
is
just happy
aviation pod.
I'm just happy that one lady stopped drawing on my windshield.
Yeah, that was crazy. You're doing like the training and this lady just keeps drawing on your windshield.
Which it helped. It helped.
It was helpful.
Yeah, it was so fun. I was just like, oh, like either like let me always fly with that or like take it off forever. Like don't make me practice without it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I guess I haven't really tried it. But I want to try landing the plane in like a free fly, like not career mode or anything.
Yeah.
And getting out.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can like walk up
Dude,
the walkway of my house.
I'm trying to go to Mix.
Yeah, pull up to Mix, get some food.
They should let you get in a car too.
This is in reality this is a Taylor Swift simulator because we
really
can take our plane to McDonald's 2 miles away.
Yeah,
and so in reality, the flight simulator, I'm not sure what that's like, but the Taylor Swift simulator rocks.
Yeah, Taylor Swift simulator, awesome.
And I say that as a Taylor Swift podcast.
We are a Taylor Swift podcast.
Yeah. Imagine if they actually had a Taylor Swift simulator.
Speaking of great music, are you caught up on Love Is Blind? I know you said you were having some troubles trying to watch it.
No, yeah, because so I told Kayla about this, but my Netflix just wouldn't let me watch it. I was watching the new episodes that came out, and all of a sudden it started buffering. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, your internet. No, because I went to like half the other apps on my Fire Stick. They were all working fine. I went back to Netflix and put on Dexter. Worked fine. Went back to Love Is Blind. Nothing.
Yeah.
Probably would have worked if I restarted my Fire Stick, but I didn't feel like it because I had my Bluetooth, like my headphones connected through Bluetooth. I didn't want to reconnect them.
Yeah, no, I get it. But they did have a Gracie Abrams song in one of the episodes, and it was awesome.
That's so true.
It wasn't. It was.
But it was. That is true.
It is true.
That's so true.
It was all. I was like, we support our podcast. Our podcast is a big fan of hers, and yeah. How many episodes did you get through?
I'm not sure where I'm at, but I did have one note that really stood out to me, and that was Lauren keeps using the word communicative, and it's driving me insane. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hope this somehow reaches her. Nothing like not even hating on Lauren. I'm hating on that word, and she has to stop using it. Yeah. I don't know if she just learned about that word like the day they started filming. Yeah. But I feel like she's said it like 1,000 times, and it's like her word of the day.
It's like her word of the day, yeah.
And also, I kind of feel that way because I heard it for the first time when I started watching it. So that's where that comes from. But it stands out. In reality, I think she might only use it twice, but I noticed it both times. Yeah. So if I noticed it, she's probably used it like 5 times more than that. Yep. And it just bothers me. Like, I don't know. She'll just be like, oh, thank you for being so communicative.
I wish
I don't know, just say thanks for your communication.
I wish I took more notes because I have thoughts. I just can't remember any of the people's names.
I'm the same way. I need to write down when I have a thought when I'm watching pretty much anything. Just write it down.
Did you get to the part where the one guy, a girl made a TikTok about him?
No.
Oh, so there's this dude
that's awesome.
I can't. And this is not even going to be a spoiler because I can't remember their names. So it's still a spoiler, but like not for whoever's relationship or whatever. But he's like, his fiance comes in and she's like, yeah, I saw this TikTok, and he was like, yeah, I think that's about me. Apparently this girl was like talking about how he's like the worst person and on this reality show and like all this stuff. He's like, I like went on a date and a half with her. And then we just stopped talking.
I thought it was like the person they chose made a TikTok about
No. Somebody like
that's still crazy though.
Yeah, and so
now you got me
all
thinking.
That drama.
And I wonder who it was.
And then we also have the drama that ended up not being drama. We talked about last week the girl who thought that her fiance had seen her before on Instagram, and turns out they went through all that stuff just for she like had the followers app and like went through it to be like
that was funny. And then it just
I just don't see. He's like I don't think I did that. Like, and
he does give me a little bit of a weird vibe. Like I could see him doing that though.
Yeah. Again, I still, unless he like went out of his way to go on that show because she was on it, because he followed her on Instagram, like for all these reasons, and then found her and knew exactly everything about her before, like that, there's no way, right? But if he like had just followed her and unfollowed her, or like even followed her in general, it's a city. Like he's somebody looking for love. Like of course he might see an attractive woman on Instagram and be like, oh, you're my friend tagged you in a story or something, yeah, I'll follow you.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sure. But I think
especially
the
when
idea
you're
was
as
like,
thirsty as that guy is.
yeah, if he connected some dots.
Oh yeah.
Like, or if even more so, if he beforehand was like found out through friends or whatever that she got the call that she was going to be on there, and he's like, oh, so am I, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna pretend to like all the same things she does, so that so that we match, like, oh, I love Christmas, oh, no way, so do I, and
that's
yada
a problem.
yada.
That would be a problem. But I don't know. And then what is? I mean, this show has so much drama. It's awesome. It's bad, but it's awesome. It's terrible, but it's awesome.
Yeah, and everyone's just so communicative.
They're so
communicative. It's just they need to have the Lumen higher ups have a talk with Lauren about big words.
Yeah,
specifically speaking communicative. I actually did have one other note that I forgot to put an extra space, so I thought they were combined and I skimmed. But it's a word thing. It's a word complaint again. But this is an issue that's gone through several seasons. I would argue every single season of Love Is Blind. And I missed some of the ones in the middle, but I watched the first couple, I've watched the last couple.
Yeah.
They're obsessed with the term my person.
Yeah.
To the point that, like, I'm going to lose my mind. I get it. But, like, does Love Is Blind own a trademark on it? And they're like, hey, we got to make this a worthy investment, so you guys got to use it.
Yeah.
Push
Nick Lachey paid so much money for my person, and we just need to get him his money back. Yeah.
It's insane. Like, I've never seen an instance where any phrase or, like, term has been used more in any show ever. It's the number one.
Yeah.
Love Is Blind, my person is the number one phrase. It's used more than, like, bazinga in Big Bang Theory, which I've never seen, but I assume is used a lot.
Never seen.
Yeah, same.
Don't plan on watching.
I've heard that universe is very good, though.
Yeah.
Like, Big Bang, not just Big Bang Theory, but, like, I heard Young Sheldon sneaky good. And they have one about, like, his parents or something.
I hate Young Sheldon.
I've never watched it.
I just see the clips on TikTok, and I'm
you
like,
hate him, but not you
him
seen
as
the
a person. Have never seen the show.
That's fair.
That child is so annoying. Like,
yeah, like if you were allowed to kick children,
I'd hit him with a hammer if I could.
That might be okay, that's fair.
Like,
that's pretty fair.
The worst, but no, I've heard the second, like his brother has a show. Like, there's a show about his brother. So,
oh, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. That I thought was about the parents or something.
It'll be fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into it. I was thinking about rewatch. I've just been rewatching Dexter, so thinking about like rewatching shows and shows that I want to like watch. Like, again, rewatch. But I haven't done a full watch through of New Girl in a while.
Oh, so good.
I think I need to.
Jess and Schmidt were like presenting an award.
That's what brought it. Like, that's what made me think about it.
And I was like, man, I miss that show so much.
Yeah, great show.
I can't believe it's only been off air for 8 years. Like, I know it's a long time.
Yeah,
but like, that feels like I feel like people have been begging for a reunion for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was only 3 years after. You know?
Yeah.
So good. Such a
great
good show.
And I I watched like this is another show that I like watched a couple episodes here and there, and I was like, I don't know if I'd like it, and then when I watched it all together, I was like, oh wait, this is incredible.
Yeah. Speaking of other shows that we love, I noticed something about Severance, and this was a quote from someone else online, but it's the more I get into the circles of Severance online, the more adamant this is. The quote is, the funniest part of this fandom is that half of the people are going insane with theories, and the other half are barely gathering basic plot points.
Yeah.
And it's so true, because I saw a video, and someone actually commented that on this video, but it was like a reuse of that same quote. But it's a video of the scene from the first episode, maybe second, I think it's the first episode, where Helly keeps going out the door and coming back in. Going out the door, coming back in. Mm-hmm. And the title. It was a TikTok, and the big caption on there: Heli innie / Audi staircase scene makes so much more sense when you watch it in order with like the shocked emoji.
What do you mean?
And I watched the whole thing because I was like, are they like gonna sync something up that I didn't know? Like this scene was pretty cut and dry, like pretty. There was nothing hidden really.
Yeah.
Watch the whole video. No, it's just the scene of her doing that. I'm like, that was the point the whole time. That scene was not a mystery. That was they were explaining what's happening with the Indy and the Audi. There's no underlining theory there. So, that's some true working on a theory right there.
They were all two of their brain cells were grinding to get that theory.
If they even found the second one.
Yeah.
Man.
One of their brain cells is an Indy, one of their brain cells is an Audi, so like they don't even know about each other.
Yeah, I sent you the one theory the other day that I was like, this might be the dumbest theory ever. It was like,
the goats,
are the goats are they cloning the goats just to create food to feed the innies? I'm like, bro, they would just breed them.
Yeah,
you might have to clone them.
Yeah,
like, you could just have a farm, and it would still be weird to do that. Like do that because they could just get food.
Yeah,
but like Lumen, I wouldn't really put anything past them.
Yeah,
but like, why they wouldn't have to clone the goats? They're just making food. Like, God already created a way to clone goats in that purpose, in that sense.
Also, they definitely, I know,
have them reproduce.
In the latest episode, they definitely Bert's husband.
Spoiler alert.
No, they showed Bert's husband, and he's definitely a different actor. Has to be a different actor than the first season.
Yeah,
like
100%. I wonder if I can confirm that with IMDb.
Working on theory. Nah, I mean not really a theory. He's an old dude.
Okay.
And they filmed 3 years in between.
Maybe he went down.
And they had
possible, and he went down.
He went down, and they had to get another old guy to replace him. Even though the guy that they got to replace him was awesome as his role.
Hear me out, because all right. We got one here. All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of working on a theory.
I'm working on a theory. Severance doesn't make mistakes. Everything's intentional.
Yeah.
He was an older guy. Maybe he went down in the show and they transferred his consciousness to a new body because Bert works for Lumen and is a higher up and has been there for a long time.
That's crazy. Yeah.
His husband died and he used Lumen to get them to like, hey, save him, put him in a new body. And they have connections at the morgue.
Yeah.
Because they're very different looking. Very different looking.
I saw TikTok today. This is something completely different. Not completely different because it's still Severance. Apparently, I mean, it was a weird TikTok, but it was talking about the guy from last episode that was getting the stuff from O&D, whatever.
They got the dental equipment out of there.
Yeah. And it was they put the guy that Devin was trying to talk to at the birthing retreat thing walking away, and they kind of looked pretty similar walking from behind. So like maybe that guy was also there. Maybe it's like doctor's tools, and he is a doctor, and he was helping someone with, I don't know, but because we've talked about how that one lady was severed, giving birth to a baby. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I can try to find it later and send it to you.
Yeah. So they did release a little teaser video on their Twitter, which they tend to do. I don't know if you saw that today. Have you seen
today?
That?
I have not. The Apple TV one. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's not really like, I can describe it, but you can definitely pull it up if you want. It looks to be some kind of outdoor communal area. Some are saying a college or maybe the school that Miss Cobell went to, the all-girls school. It looks like some kind of campus. I'm leaning kind of... It could be either of those. This is either going to be a Cobell origin story or something to do with Miss Wong and where she goes to school.
She's talking about going to school.
Or this, and I believe this was our guy, J-Buck. I believe his prediction for this week's episode, shout out J-Buck on YouTube, was that we're going to get a flashback Mark and Gemma origin story episode.
We need more Gemma.
We need to know more about Mark and Gemma in general. We really don't know that much other than that they were married and she died.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we know.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what that means. Like, maybe they met in college and that's what that is. It's a flashback.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited for Severance, but
yeah, it's gonna be good. Also, did you see? I mean, there's theories that I think we talked about it, but Mark maybe being the cause of the accident.
I have seen those theories, and I'm kind of starting to lean that way.
Yeah, and Dylan's wife being one of the first responders at the scene.
Well, yes, or not that. But that has been a little bit debunked because she's
or at least she got the call. Maybe she got the call because she was she's dispatcher. So, working on theory, like all of them are probably somehow connected to each other. We just don't know how. Just trying to figure it out, which is why they work together. And Helly and Mark are brothers.
Definitely connected. Helly and Mark are brother and sister. Ooh, a little Star Wars stuff going on.
I think they're at least related. They're related. I saw someone say they might be twins, which is a little far fetched, but that's crazy. That'd be crazy to think
that they were what? Twins?
Twins, yeah. Which would be Star Wars. Which would be exactly Star Wars.
That we literally just have Star Wars. I saw someone that said one of them might be a Jedi.
Whoa!
And we just don't know it. We just don't know it yet.
Whoa!
Yeah, something to think about because that's maybe.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Ben Stiller for just having the Knicks logo as his Twitter profile picture.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hilarious. That's awesome. It's so awesome. That's just like a reply guy with the, but it's Ben Stiller with the check mark.
Just a basketball guy.
Yeah, loves ball.
It's Ben Stiller himself, and it's just like, all I need for my profile pic, just a good old New York Knicks logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's interesting, by the way, I pulled up the IMDb, and the guy that plays Fields this year is listed as obviously as playing Fields, and only in the 2025 episodes. He's not listed as playing Fields in the other ones, but I can't find anyone for Fields in season 1.
Interesting.
So that's, you would think if that was him.
Yeah, he would be
listed. Which obviously, like, they do look different. We'd already kind of determined that can't be the same person.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Interesting that he's definitely different. I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Ben Stiller knows.
The answers are always interesting with Severance.
Yeah. Also, Mark's got to learn how to use chopsticks. He was married to an Asian woman.
Racism.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he probably should know how to use. Just in general.
Yeah.
Even. Like.
Yeah. But
he should probably.
Do you think?
Although I don't really know.
Do you think there was a quote from somebody that said, I think Ben Stiller or Adam Scott saying that Adam Scott got a concussion during the filming of one of the episodes? If it was this episode when he fell down, yeah. Could that scene have been the one where he had a concussion? So he was just
maybe
just doing the best he could, and
I bet it was when he fell down because
he rocked.
When I saw that scene, which this isn't too much of a spoiler because there's not much detail, but like I was like, man, they really did a good job of like having his head slam on the ground.
Yeah,
like I don't know how they did that without him hurting himself. Like, I was literally thinking this. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok. I was like, I hope it was like quote like it wasn't Adam Scott actually saying. It was like, I hope nobody notices or makes fun of me for the scene where I have a concussion, and it's like the entire internet making fun of him eating with chopsticks.
That's funny. So he said that he like did a scene while concussed.
I know he got it. I know he got a
concussion.
I don't. Adam Scott.
He also was
Severance.
Apparently a guest on. This is not, I don't think, new, but I stumbled upon this. He was a guest on the Boy Meets World rewatch podcast. I think it's called Boy Meets Pod or something, or Pod Meets World. And because he was on that show, didn't know that. And he called them out for saying that they didn't like him when they recorded and that they were all being snakes behind his back and talking bad about him. I was like, that's pretty wild. Flex on him like that.
Adam Scott had to convince his Severance co-stars he wasn't using cocaine.
Oh.
Okay.
What? You can't find the concussion thing?
No, I thought maybe it wasn't.
Maybe you got Severance ball
He
smack.
got candid about suffering a concussion at one point.
Oh, okay.
A little while later, I got nosebleed that would not stop. And
maybe he was reintegrating.
Maybe.
Because that sounds like PD to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious. So, concussion and nosebleed.
Yeah, that's crazy. Have you seen, this is still kind of in line with Severance. Have you seen the Sabrina Carpenter, 5-second Prada advertisement on Twitter?
No.
There's a Sabrina Carpenter ad on Twitter that legitimately looks like people were like, oh, I thought she was guest starring on Severance or something. She walks down this really bright hallway and stops an elevator, looks pretty small elevator, similar to Severance, stops an elevator and then just gets in it and looks straight at the camera, and the elevator door closes and makes the ding. And people
crazy.
were like, what? Somebody retweeted it, was like, oh, excuse me, quote tweeted it and was like, close enough, welcome back, Miss Cobell.
Oh yeah, I mean,
funny.
she definitely could have been Miss Cobell in that. From the back, that's crazy.
Looking like Miss Cobell from the back.
Hey yo.
Someone also said this is Miss Cobell. She took the substance, which I don't think you've seen, so I don't think you get that. But those of you that have, that's a good joke.
The substance.
Cobell took the substance. It's a movie called The Substance.
I've not seen it.
Insane movie. It's this is how I would explain it to you. I watched that movie because I saw a TikTok of Stephen Che reviewing it, and he was like, the first 45 minutes of this film, one of the best movies of the year.
Okay.
The last 40 minutes of the film were so grotesque that I was offended. That was Stephen Che's. That was his review. Or something along those lines. He was like, it was so gross that it was offensive. It's a crazy movie. I don't recommend watching it, but at the same time, I do for the culture.
Okay.
Because it's a movie that you want to be able to be like, yeah, I've seen it. It's insane. When anyone asks you, have you seen it? But it's not
maybe a good movie. Maybe we have to look into it. Is it a horror film? Is it a scary movie?
I guess it depends on perspective. You could probably make the case it is, but I wouldn't call it that.
Okay.
It's about, so the premise is that this this lady got too old to host the show that she was hosting.
Okay.
Based on the producer's eyes, they want a young hot lady hosting it, and she was doing
probably a Sydney Sweeney.
It could be
type?
like a Sydney Sweeney or something.
Well, she probably has some time on her hands that her and her fiance called off their wedding or their engagement.
Pause. They postponed, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah,
something like that. Sounds interesting to me. But anyway,
what's up?
She hosts this fitness. It's like a fitness show. And
you like fitness?
No, and it's one of the interactive ones. yes, pump, that type of show.
Hey, yo!
I'm just saying how the shows
nobody
go.
Clip that. Nobody clip that. Nobody clip that.
Nobody clip it.
Nobody clip that.
They won't. No, but you get what I'm saying though. You get the show that I'm painting.
Yeah.
And she gets too old. The producers fire her, and she takes this substance that creates like a younger, better, like the best version of you.
Okay.
But the weird thing is, you still stay as that old person, and you guys share, like, it's 1 week off, 1 week on. It's super weird. And when you take the substance, the young version rips through your back, through your spine.
Do they
crawls
like
out of your
see each
body.
other?
Not consciously.
Okay.
But like, so when the young version crawls out of her back, she has to, there's like these directions, and she has to stitch up her back, and then she has to take these shots out of her and like give herself a shot every day to keep her going.
Okay.
And if she goes over a week without like switching, I don't know how you officially switch it back. I don't know if I think you just don't take your shot, and then you just switch back.
Mm-hmm.
And if she goes over a week of shots, it'll start affecting the other person. So like the main person, Demi Moore, she gets like this really gross finger because she went over a week, the young version. It's a weird movie. It gets so much weirder than that.
Yeah. I didn't know if they like
so weird.
If the younger and older version interacted and it was grotesque because like they like, you know.
No, it's not grotesque in that way. It's like, it's grotesque in like, the finger was a small sample of how it gets gross. Her finger getting gross from that is it's kind of good. The first half of it is pretty good.
You said one of the best movies.
Yeah.
Stephen Shea said.
Good premise, good idea.
Yeah.
But
Stephen
the end
Shea,
of it was just, they ruined it with the end of the movie.
Stephen Shea, shout out him.
Insane.
Hated Paddington in Peru, apparently.
Never seen any of the Paddingtons.
No,
I didn't realize they were like that. There's like a bunch of them.
It's a children's movie, and he absolutely hated it.
As one does.
But yeah, we are just a movie and TV podcast now. Like that's really that's the niche that we've decided to become.
Pretty much accidentally. Yeah. This might be the last week of movies and TV because it's just going to be aviation next week.
Which is fine with me. I love. Do we want to tell them about the new show that we discovered? That is 6 episodes in now.
We do have a new show,
or 7 now.
7 came out, but neither of us have seen it.
Okay, yeah,
right. You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. When you text me, you were like, "I don't have to." I was like, "Is it because you already did?" Like I almost.
No, I just meant like I'm cool recording.
Yeah.
Caleb had asked me if I wanted to watch that before we record. I'm like, I don't. Like I'll be okay. I can watch it.
I need to get in the air,
even though You need a what?
I need to get in the air, so I can't. I couldn't have postponed.
Oh yeah. I'll watch it on the plane.
Yeah.
But it's this new show on Hulu called Paradise, and it is so good. Like a lot of benefits to why you should watch it. 1, they're in the first season, so you don't have to feel like you're super behind. You're only a few episodes behind.
Yeah.
2, you can watch the first episode and know right away if you're in or not.
Yeah.
When the first episode's over, like watch the whole first episode, the whole thing, until you start seeing the credits roll. Watch it.
Yeah.
And then if you're not hooked, then you probably don't like it.
Yeah.
But for my money, you probably will be hooked because it's good. And it's not slow. It's not a show that's like, give it a few episodes, it'll get... Some have made the case with that with Severance. I think it depends on how detailed you're looking at everything. Yeah. But like this show, no.
Dude,
pretty much
James Marsden is a great actor. I feel like he's not like crazy, like people aren't like, oh, this is the guy. Like, I mean, he was in like the Sonic movies, so maybe that is like puts a damper on
he was
his
in the Sonic movies. That's true.
On who he is as an actor, but like he's incredible.
Yes, he is. He's a really underrated actor. Yeah, he's very good.
But yeah,
plays
Paradise,
a great president.
Hulu. Episodes come out on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Watch them. Like I don't know how long the series.
I would say go in blind. Don't look up what it's about or anything. No. Just go in blind and watch the first episode. And if you heard me mention that he plays a great president, don't be like, "Oh, is it political?" I don't want. Nope. It's not. Like it's not. Nope. He's not like it's not like a subtle like, oh, he's clearly supposed to be this president or that president. It's not. Like, it's completely unique. So don't shy away from it for that.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. So good. And kind of wish we could spoil it.
I wish we could too, but I don't. Yeah, I want you guys to watch it with nothing. Like, go watch it. It's really good. I also watched Inception for the first time.
How was that? I still haven't seen it.
Incredible. Great movie. Great film. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I don't know how Leo did not get his Oscar for that movie.
Like, it's crazy that he got it for
Revenant.
The Revenant, right?
Revenant.
The Revenant.
I've never seen
that word has too many syllables.
Too many letters.
It should just be the Revenant.
Yeah, the Revenant.
The Revenant.
Reverend. Oh.
The Communicative. That's what he wanted for.
But yeah, it's incredible. You need to go watch it. Also,
The Incredibles, great.
Great. I saw that Elliot Page was in it. Was not aware that Elliot Page had transitioned.
I was wondering what the long pause was.
Yeah, was not like because I've heard the name and I was like, oh, like Elliot Page. Like I thought that was just a weird because I've only seen when his stuff when he was her. So I was like, oh, it's just like a weird, like just like a girl with the guy's name. You know, it happens. And then I was like going through, and I was like, that's
no, because she was when he was she. Well, I'm trying to think what her.
Ellen.
I mean, I guess I would be Ellen. Yeah, that's right.
Like she, and I just like because over the past 5 years, she transitioned in 2020 to him, and I was just like, oh, like she's just one of those boy name girls, wrong, because Paige hasn't really been anything since 2020, so
no,
like. Or just like
not that I know of.
No, anyway. I like when I looked at stuff, I was like, I don't really know any of these things. But yeah, great film.
Yeah.
But it threw me off. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that would be confusing in real time.
Yeah,
figuring that out.
Yeah.
Man, what was I gonna say? I had something to say about Inception, but I guess I lost it because I don't want to spend too much time trying to remember it. I do have one more TV thing.
Okay.
Because we're just a TV podcast, basically. The new season of White Lotus sucks.
Really?
It is so bad.
How many episodes are there?
Yet to get interested at all, and we're only 2 episodes in.
Okay. Are you going to keep watching?
Yes, but if this was season 1, I was like, oh, I'm going to check out White Lotus, I would have already checked out by now.
I will be trying to watch that soon.
The first 2 are like they're not like, oh my gosh, White Lotus, like, but they're good enough that like when season 3 came out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be uncomfortable and make you uncomfortable, and there's something kind of entertaining about that.
Yeah.
So
I'm so locked in on Dexter.
Fest. Oh my gosh,
that it's hard for me to
rewatch.
I don't love what they've done with Miguel in season 3. Like I feel like his like his wanting to help Dexter out happens way too simply.
Spoiler kill, but just came out. No one's had a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I just think it happens like way too easy. Like it's just too much of like a I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to kill people with you. Like,
dang, that is a spoiler for James. So
sorry,
turning back.
Sorry, James.
Forget that you heard that, James.
Yeah. Well, he said he's taking some time so he'll forget by the time he gets to it.
Yeah, that's true. You might forget. There's also, I mentioned this to you off air, but like there's a guy that's just making, like if you guys have watched Severance with us, you probably have watched like theory videos and stuff online. There's a guy that's just making videos for every episode of Dexter.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now.
Like I saw one the other day. It said posted 2 days ago. And it was about season 1 of Dexter.
That's awesome.
And not season 1 of Original Sin of the OG Dexter.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah, good for him. Maybe we should start doing that.
We should why not? Yeah. Apparently there's a big market for that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's heating up. Like people are doing that a lot.
Yeah.
We should start doing like breakdowns of every episode of The Office.
I was going to say every episode of SpongeBob.
Yes, every episode of SpongeBob.
A breakdown of every episode of SpongeBob.
I saw a clip of the one Dare I say it's from one of the movies? I might not know ball, but it's when SpongeBob pulls up to the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs is outside like freaking out, and he's basically being like a special agent. He like pulls up, he has like aviators on. He's like, "Don't worry about it, Krabs. I got this." And he walks in. He's like, "So tell me what happened." And the guy's sitting at the table. He's like, "Well, I ordered my Krabby Patty, and it was supposed to come with onions or whatever. I can't remember exactly." And SpongeBob's just like, "Cool it. This will be no problem." And like pops open a briefcase, puts on gloves, like takes out what he needed and puts it on the burger. It's just such a funny show. Like
I don't know
the concepts they come up with.
Is that new? It must be a new episode. Like a
No,
newer
it's
episode.
definitely older. I think I'm just describing it really poorly.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I don't even know how I'd look it up. But it's very funny.
Yeah. That's great. Just a great show. We should do in-depth breakdowns, like 50-minute breakdowns of like the 15-minute single episodes.
Yeah, that's true because they have like each episode is really like multiple episodes.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Man. Yeah, I tried to look it up and it did not.
And if you see here, this is what they call Doodle Bob. He is a drawing that was made by SpongeBob and Patrick, and he just like
this scene I'm talking about is really bothering me now that I'm not making you able to remember it. Would it help if I said it might be the intro to the SpongeBob movie?
Maybe.
But it's not really like indicative of the plot.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. I'll find it later. I'll find the scene later and
send me some links.
Oh, it is. I just found a little piece from it. SpongeBob SquarePants movie intro. Yep.
Okay.
The 2004 movie. So good.
Can you play it? Or are we going to get taken down?
I mean,
nobody's paying attention to our stuff yet.
That is true, but does the YouTube AI like automatically?
Oh, maybe.
You know? I mean, listen, we are learning, and there would only be one way to learn.
Yeah.
So, and by that logic, it might not be a horrible idea.
Yeah, let's watch some SpongeBob real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll do some live 5, and then we'll
watch some SpongeBob with the boys.
I mean, there's YouTube channels that.
Can you hear it?
No.
Okay, because I cannot hear it either. So,
okay.
I'm really happy about that. We'll just talk over it though because the audio listeners can't see it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Whoa.
Oh, this is so nostalgic. This feels like yesterday.
Did you get volume?
Let me go to... Oh, I have volume.
Yeah, I do too.
You not?
I do.
Okay, yeah.
That's why
Let me go... Okay, it's down. It's not the very... It's like 3 minutes in.
Yeah, the pirates are there.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
So
good. Yeah, SpongeBob, it was the dream that he was going to be the manager.
Yes, that's right. It ended up being a dream.
The boots are so funny. Blowing bubbles like he's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely what that is. Get a hold of yourself, Eugene.
I'm the manager. This is everything's gonna be just fine. I'm really scared here, man. You got a name? Phil. You got a family, Phil? Come on, Phil. Stay with me. Let's hear about that family. I got a wife and 2 beautiful children. That's what it's all about.
That's it.
I want you to do your favorite, Phil.
Is he a fine?
Stay cheap.
Oh,
such a great show.
I mean, It truly is just one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah.
Like, not even kids' shows.
Yeah.
As a full-grown adult, I love SpongeBob.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
do we want to finish with some live five? Because we could still be here for 30 minutes if we're not careful.
If we're just talking Bob.
Well, that, and then if live five goes long, we could be drop a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's get into some trivia.
That was awesome.
It's time for live five.
Oh, man.
All right, first question. From 1969 till 2006, Carlos Sanchez portrayed what advertising icon? He played both of these. Okay. This is the same character. I'm in a blender right now. It's first question, okay? Let me warm up. Played what advertising icon? A Colombian coffee farmer.
No idea.
Montoya, por favor.
Montoya.
Juan Valdez, Pablo Colo, or Raul Hernandez.
That one.
Sure. No, Juan Valdez. Yeah, I don't know that at all. A parody of TGI Fridays. What is the name of the restaurant Jennifer Aniston's character works at in the 1999 comedy Office Space? God, do not know this.
I think it's with Chotskis. It's Chotsky. Well,
that does sound familiar.
Chotskis, I just know they have McDowell's,
a million
pins, and Rick's. I think it's Chotskis.
Yeah, because McDowell's would be a play on McDonald's, I feel like.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
What Dutch artist painted The Night Watch in 1642? Jacob van Ruysdael. Piet. How do you pronounce that? Piet. Mondrian, Vincent van Gogh, or Rembrandt?
Probably Rembrandt. Yeah, he sounds. I mean, him and Vincent van Gogh sounds. Yeah.
Vincent van Gogh could probably not paint anything. He only had one ear. He can't be an artist. In Olympic men's boxing, what weight class is between flyweight and lightweight? Bantamweight, welterweight, pinweight, or welterweight, pinweight or middleweight?
I think it's bantam. If that's in Olympic boxing.
I think you're right.
Ooh,
3 for 3.
I know box.
No. Wait. Yeah, you know box. One thing about Caleb. Yeah, I'm so dumb. We're not 3 for 3, right? We missed one.
Yeah.
What country hosted the a lot of Olympics? Summer Olympics in 2016. Spain, Greece, Brazil, or China? I want to say Brazil.
This one's Brazil because China was 2012.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Was it? Or was it 2008? Beijing was 08. But Brazil, I believe, because it's not Greece or Spain, I don't think.
I remember USA Soccer playing.
Was that World Cup?
Yeah, well, here's why I was going to say maybe this is throwing me off, because they were playing a game and I was at CSD for doing a workout, and I wouldn't have been doing that in 2016.
Yeah, that was World Cup was also in Brazil. But I think it's Brazil for those summer games. Yep.
What was the first state quarter to be released? Virginia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, or Delaware?
It makes sense.
Maybe
this
is a little
Delaware.
hint. The first state, first state quarter, Delaware.
But those.
But is that too obvious? Or not even too obvious? But is that a prime suspect to be bait?
Yeah,
Massachusetts
for some reason was the first one for me to think of.
Okay, I felt like Virginia, that's just something they would do.
Okay,
I don't
hate that either.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hate I don't hate any of these.
We could go Dora style and let the listeners decide.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
What do you think it is?
Great.
Very good.
Just pause.
Muy
Great.
bien.
Okay.
Well, I say go with your gut.
It was Delaware. We overthought it.
We overthought it. We were almost out of here so fast.
And we overthought it. What style of architecture is the famed Cathedral Notre Dame in Paris? Is this Baroque, Gothic, Romanesque, or Classical?
I'm between Gothic and Baroque. I think it's Gothic.
I don't think it's Baroque. I think they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think it's Gothic.
Yep. What color ribbon is used to symbolize support and awareness of all the following: leukemia, multiple sclerosis, and self-injury awareness day? Black, orange, red, or purple?
Don't no idea. You're gonna have to.
I don't think it's purple because purple, I want to say, is like drug use aware, like drug addiction awareness. So I feel like they would have listed that if that was also on there.
Yeah.
Red, I want to say, is like heart related.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking orange or black.
Yeah. I don't think black. I want to say probably not black, but
yeah, I don't know.
Self-injury, but self-injury awareness kind of like falls in line with emo. And emo, what color do you think of?
But do they want to lean into that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Or do they want to say orange, bright,
Yeah,
fun? But hear me out. It would be black, but orange is the new black. So it's orange.
Okay.
Money. Come on. Crack the code.
Oh, man.
Too easy. You
Working
can't
on theirs.
outsmart me. Can't outsmart me. And what year did the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, Caleb's least favorite one, to the Constitution abolish slavery? 1830, 1865, 1925, or 1902?
It's 1800s, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Probably should know this.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 65.
Okay, go for it.
Money. I knew it the whole time.
Go.
Never a doubt. Interesting that Caleb didn't comment on me saying that was Caleb's least favorite amendment.
Well, I mean,
didn't defend himself at all.
Well, you said it was going to be your 13th reason.
Okay. What city is home to Texas Christian University, TCU, where I recently won a national title?
Oh, so you should know this.
My younger brother, Jakyle Baker, whose name I know I'm saying wrong, but I say it wrong on purpose because I said it like that the first time. So I'll never disrespect my
You
little
should
brother
know
like
this,
that.
Luke, because the game should tell you where the stadium is.
If it does, I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
So that's out. I'm feeling.
Are you gonna read them, or are you gonna have?
No,
you're gonna have.
I'm not.
Jose get back.
If you want to see them,
is it Brownsville, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, or Austin, Texas?
Or Austin, Texas.
Fort Worth is what's. I think Fort Worth.
Let's go.
Ball knower.
What is the modern name for the bacterial infection that used to be called consumption? Leprosy. I was thinking the same thing. That's why I started laughing. Leprosy. Tuberculosis, leptospirosis, or syphilis?
Is it leprosy? Like consumption of the skin?
Oh. Interesting. Oh, if that's the case, they should have added the. That would have made it sound really
consumption?
Intense. Yeah, like I've got the consumption. Oh no. Like it sounds like some dark theme from Game of Thrones or something.
Leprosy.
All right, yeah, you want to go leprosy?
Leprosy.
Tuberculosis. Man. That sucks. Shout out Mr. Cleary. He had a very good song about syphilis when we were in school. It's fun. Spreading diseases, living in Cambridge, herpes, gonorrhea, syphilis. That was his little song.
Oh,
the goat.
man.
What I like to think he just came across this show, doesn't even remember me, and was like, "Wait, that's me."
I'm Mr. Cleary.
I made that song. Shout out. What world leader surrendered aboard the HMS Bellerophon on July 15th?
I wish it was the High School Musical. The HSM.
Yeah, High School Musical. King Charles, King George, Napoleon, or King Christian? I will eliminate Napoleon.
Okay.
Process of elimination.
Why?
Because he was too short to board the Bellerophon.
Really? I was going to think him. I thought it was going to be him.
Yeah, well, he was very short. I don't know. I feel like I've heard about Napoleon multiple times recently, and I never heard that word Bellerophon come up.
Okay.
That's the only reason I was gonna eliminate him.
Oh,
but that's not a very good logic.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does a king surrender? A true king doesn't surrender.
And was Napoleon a world leader, or was he just trying to be a world leader?
No, he was the world leader.
Okay. It was right. You passed the test. I was trying to trick you, and you got it. What 19th century novel is divided into 6 parts, including The Sea Cook, My Shore Adventure, and My Sea Adventure? Moby Dick or the Whale, Treasure Island, We the Drowned, or Lord of the Flies?
Hear me out. Treasure Island.
Bam. Money.
Because he meets the guy who is the cook.
Let's go.
Oh,
What we got here? Taylor Swift. What is the difference between the number that is the title of Taylor Swift's 5th studio album and the year in which the album was released? Okay, so this is 1989, right?
Yeah.
And it probably came out... 25 sticking out right now.
I think it's 25.
I want to do some math.
It's going to be 25 because it didn't come out in 2019. Right?
Are you sure? No, that was probably like Reputation, right?
Yeah. And it didn't, and it wasn't, it didn't come out in 2001.
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to be 25.
It could have came out in 1990, when she was a year old. You don't think
25.
Taylor Swift's capable? Look,
Ball
if there's anyone out there that listens to this and thinks we're joking when we say we're a Taylor Swift podcast,
love Taylor Swift.
We just dropped some bald knowledge right there.
Yeah.
We were throwing out albums left and right.
Yep.
In 1979, Orange County Airport's name was changed to honor which Western film star? Tom Mix, Dale Evans, Clint Eastwood, or John Wayne? My money's on John Wayne, but I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's gut reaction.
I also feel like I would have heard of John Wayne Airport. I feel like it would stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably go with the gut here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Clint Eastwood is like the mayor of some town.
Okay.
Somewhere. Could that have something to do with it?
Maybe. He's old as dirt.
I almost wish I wouldn't have even remembered that.
Yeah.
He like served in there. It's like a town of very few people.
Yeah.
Oh. It was John Wayne. God dang it.
Dang, you didn't even ask me if you were okay with me choosing.
I do that all the time, though.
I was going to tell you
and
no.
Sometimes, look, I do it all the time, and sometimes it's me going with your answer.
Yeah.
Evens out. Who's the author and artist of the 1974 poetry collection Where the Sidewalk Ends? Shel Silverstein, Dr. Seuss, Roald Dahl, or Robert Frost?
I think it's Roald Dahl.
Nope.
No.
Silverstein. What was the pseudonym of William Sidney Porter? O. Henry, Ray Bradbury, Jack London, or Mark Twain?
Jack London, is that the guy from 24?
I don't know. I've never seen 24.
I haven't either, but I know my dad used to like it, and I think that might be the answer.
Nope. Oh, Henry. Our percentage was so good. I mean,
yeah, we were up at like 80%, but
our percentage is still insane for how many questions we've done 18, and we're still at 65. That's still pretty good in my book. Buford. All right, this is a fun one. Interested to see if we can figure this one out. You did say you know box, but Buford Pusser was the real life inspiration for what 1973 movie starring Joe Don Baker and a 2004 remake of the same name starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I actually know this.
I think
the options are Snitch, The Scorpion King, Walking Tall, or Scarecrow. I believe this is Walking Tall.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was The Scorpion King.
My dad loves the original Walking Tall.
Okay.
Yep. Bam. Never seen it, but he's told me about it. I've seen the newer one, the Rock one. What color lightsaber did actor Samuel L. Jackson lit? I know exactly what this is. Request for his character in Star Wars. Now, if I were to overthink this, which I'm not going to, I'll read the options first. Purple, green, yellow, blue. If I were going to overthink it, I would say he might not have requested the color he got.
No, he did. He specifically did, and because he's the only. I think he was like the only.
And
one.
Also, it's Samuel L. Jackson. If he asked for it,
yeah,
for a certain color lightsaber, you give it to him.
Yeah,
and it's purple. That was like my favorite lightsaber growing up. Mace Windu. The tallest variety of champagne glass shares its name with what musical instrument? Flute, trombone, timpani, or violin?
That's a flute.
Would not have known that. In 2003, in 2003, what country became the third after the United States and the Soviet Union, Russia, to independently send a human into space? It has to be China.
Okay, or read the answer or read the choices.
But that doesn't change my opinion. Hungary, Brazil, China,
Hungary.
Hungary. Whoa. Or India.
I think China. China makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be shocked if they didn't finish in the top 3.
Yeah. The only other option, if they would have thrown like England on there, I would have.
Yeah. Or if it was Hungary, that would have been crazy. What casino game is a modern version of an old English game called Hazard and is played with 2 dice?
Ooh.
Baccarat, Craps, Yahtzee, or Keno?
I think I have IBS because this one's Craps. Just kidding. I wasn't 100% sure, but I just wanted to make that joke.
Okay. Yeah. We did it. 5. Well, 73%.
Not
pretty darn good,
bad.
if you ask
That's
me.
a pretty good percentage compared to what we usually get.
Yeah, like, okay, if you're in school and you get a 73 on a test, like, it's not probably ideal, but, like, if it's a test of things you didn't study for and it could be anything in the whole world and you get a 73, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can keep it going just for a sec. At 443 feet tall, the London Eye was the tallest of what type of structure before being surpassed in 2006 by the Star of Nanchang? Statue, TV tower, bridge, or Ferris wheel? Ferris wheel, right?
Yep. That was one of the ones that I knew like for a fact, and I was like, does Luke know it?
Yeah, I knew it. Who's the oldest player to ever make an all-NBA team? Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, or Tim Duncan? My gut wants to say this is Kareem.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Michael Jordan was like old, like bad when he was old, and Kobe was...
Yeah, Kobe was injured when he was older.
Yeah.
Like,
could
at
be
the
Tim.
end of his career, he was injured.
Timmy D?
Could very well be Tim Duncan.
I think that's the one. I think that's the one because...
He was dominant his whole... He never really fell off.
Yeah, and that's the... I feel like when he was getting up there in age, like, the power forward position wasn't as, like, dominant. Like, other players weren't as dominant. So, like, he could have snuck in there As an
But hear me out. Kareem was still that guy when he was super old.
Abdul.
If you remember,
Abdul-Jabbar.
shout out Lil Dicky. If you remember on Winning Time, he was an old head, but he was still like captain of the team.
True.
That's what makes me like a little bit torn.
Yeah.
I went with my one without asking earlier, so I'm going to go with yours without asking. And I was right, because I know ball. That's the thing about me. One thing about me, I know ball.
Yeah.
Well,
a little short episode this week compared to...
not really. We just...
Yeah.
Trivia was atrocious last week.
Last week we hit an hour 30.
It took us... It's insane that it took us as long as it did this week while shooting 73%.
Well, because we got to 4 multiple times.
Yeah. And then you've ruined it.
Sorry.
Every time.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
I'll be better next time.
Yeah. All right, well, that was fun. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Caleb P. Crane, on Instagram at Caleb Crane 12. Follow all of our social medias, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes. Do not forget to like and subscribe. We could use it, and you can find me if I'm on it. It's Luke Schultz 56. I was thinking about finding. Yeah, we will. Let's blouse. I was thinking about mixing in another Hannah Montana thing, but I didn't know how to work it in, so I'm just going to give the outro. But we'll see you guys next week.